here's your bonus discussion point, I guess, for this video. Remember how I mentioned that the book I paid for is $2.59, where 3 months ago that book was probably going to be $1.59? I think I understand why Goodwill is raising their prices. All right, everybody else just went in about 1 minute ago. I am here to look in that back corner for the most amazing books that I can find. I love being the first one that's in a store because everything is so nice and tidy. I walk by the electronics to see if there's anything that is underpriced. This is rare, but $5.99 for is that 99 cents? No, $5.99. Nothing remarkable. All right. Oh, someone popped in while we were there. All right, I'll show you the other thing I come for. We're walking. I look at games. Games sometimes are gold mines because people turn in unopened games that they don't care about, and they are hidden value. Social sabotage. That may be something. Brown boxes are always something interesting to look at. Designed in California. Kiwi Co. for innovations. I'll have to look at that. And as we scroll through here, there's nothing really awesome. All right, I'm gonna wait. Scotland Yard. Isn't that something you're supposed to look at? All right, I'm gonna look up Scotland Yard, Social Sabotage, and Kiwi Company. We'll be right back and see how this is gonna go. Alrighty, I'm coming over here to this because everything was in the $10 range. Not worth the paying $2.99 for $10. The Scotland Yard one was maybe something awesome, but there were also ones selling for like $5. So there's not really much time. Is HP the Harry Potter way? Oh, and Bibles are always good things to look at. HP, oh, I bet the computer. Essential Handbook, maybe that's something to review in case this is the first time watching the channel. Hello. And I pull out all the things that are maybe of value and look at them all in one time. And I look on these edges. I'm looking for unique looking books, local history. See that blazing trails, how it just looks different? That could be something. Oh, okay, well, I'm not interested in that. But this is a box set. That may be something. Okay, so I've got these 4 things. Let you know in just a second if it's worth my time or not. Okay, my hands are empty. This has been a disappointing visit so far. None of those books were of value, 4 or 5. What's funny is the book set that I saw was selling great at $15. However, the price on it was $19. So they have it a little bit overpriced. I always come up and look in the glass area. Nothing interesting there. Nothing much there. One more little glass area. How much is that Olympus? Can you see that price? No. Okay, there we go. All right. Leaving the store now in 6 minutes. So hardly any time spent at all, but thumbs down on what's available, but I know what's at that store. See you soon. All right, well, I wish I got this on film, but after work, I went to a second Goodwill, went through, looked at the books as I always do, and I found one that I have been looking for a while. This is a second book called Piercing the Darkness, Frank Peretti, 1990s Christian fiction. And it is the second book in the series. The first one is This Present Darkness, all right? I paid $2.59, not the usual $1.59 for this one. I already had a first copy given to me of the first, already had a copy of the first book in the series. So I'm paying $2.50 for something that goes for about $20 or $25. A lot of the first ones are listed online, but the lot of two actually makes it more sellable. So that's why I've been looking for this one rather than going through the effort of listing just one book that will eventually sell. I decided to wait and get the second one and do the lot of two, making it sell more quickly. So that's my thoughts on that. I really gasped when I saw it on the shelf because I have been looking for it for quite a while. All right. Here's your bonus discussion point, I guess, for this video. Remember how I mentioned that the book I paid for is $2.59, where 3 months ago, that book was probably going to be $1.59? I think I understand why Goodwill is raising their prices. And I can tell you why I think it is in an analogy connected to Toyota. All right? I'm old enough where I remember the Toyota Corolla coming out. And it was intended to be the baseline, the cheapest car that you could get new on the market. And it did everything that you wanted it to do for a car, but it was cheap. And you know what Toyota did over the years? It slowly raised its image and raised prices to where it isn't an entry-level car anymore. It is something that it's not luxury, but there are luxury appointments in the car if you choose to pay for it. But it has improved itself into a what is that called? Mid-tier vehicle, I guess, so of their line. So that's interesting. I think Goodwill is trying to do the same thing. They don't see themselves anymore as the entry-level thrift store. They want to present themselves and entice clientele that would be more interested in a mid-level thrift store. Something like a Plato's Closet or Once Upon a Child. The people that go into that store and spend significant amounts of money in that store is who Goodwill is going for now. What does that mean? That means that the more independent, the local thrift stores have more of an opportunity. So make sure to go check out those stores. Maybe there's something of more value. Also, it says that Goodwill is trying to make more money for its mission. Remember, Goodwill's mission isn't firstly to get items to people cheaply. It is to make jobs for people. And they're trying to make money to fulfill that mission, and they're going to make more. All right? What do you think about that? I think, candidly, that that's a good thing. They're doing their mission. Whether I'm paying $1.59 for a book or $2.59 for a book, that doesn't matter to me at all. I'm not selling books where $1 of cost of goods matters. If people are looking for the cheapest clothes that they can get that they would like, Goodwill does have colors for every week where things are half off or even 99 cents on Sunday. You can go shopping specifically for those items. That's okay. And also you can go to the other thrift stores that are there. So what do you think about it? That's my opinion. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. If you like this video, or you like Goodwill, or you hate Goodwill, either way, let me know. Like, subscribe to this video. Thanks so much. Bye.